What's up guys, and welcome back to autoX. So I'm about to tell you a very interesting story. Back in 1993, a bunch of guys in Bologna, Italy decided to create a monster. Well, I'm not talking about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm actually talking about one of the most legendary monsters ever made, and that is the Ducati Monster. Well, Ducati's intention was actually to make a sports cruiser, but instead, somehow, they created my favorite class of motorbikes, the naked supersports. So 25 years later, Ducati is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the legendary Ducati Monster. And with us today is the brand new Monster 821. So the design of the new Monster 821 has been inspired slightly from the original M900, but this one is as modern as ever and comes with some of the best technology available. So you can see for yourself, the Monster 821 is a beautiful looking bike. It's simplistic in every way possible, but I mean, Ducati has always done a great job making simple things look phenomenal. So a lot of the design has been inspired from the 1200 and the old M900. What we have here is a massive fuel tank from the 1200, and the rear section is narrowed down, which is from the old styling. A lot of new things come in this bike as well, such as the new TFT instrument cluster, which is full color. The engine is exactly the same as the old one. It's an 821cc L-twin. It's got 108 brake horsepower and 86 newton meters of torque. It's actually a very nice, powerful engine. It's not the smoothest, of course, but Ducati is not known to make very smooth engines. They make nice, rough, mean, torquey engines. And this engine is very nice. It does overheat even though it is water cooled, but I mean, we are in a hot temperate area, so you would expect that. It's got a nice 212 exhaust, and the exhaust note is nice. It's got 43mm forks up front and an adjustable monoshock at the back, of course. Now, when you first see the bike, it does look very compact. In fact, it's actually very nice and light and small. It weighs only 180 kilograms. So when you swing a leg over it, it's actually a very comfortable monster. It's one of the most comfortable monsters I've actually ridden in my entire life. Right now, I've been riding the bike for about a few days, and I'm in love with it because I've been riding in the city and the highway, and this is one of the most usable naked supersports you can probably get in India right now. The seat is nice and wide and very comfortable. It's great for riding in the city. It's great for long distance touring as well. So when you get on the bike, it's actually very comfortable. The riding position is very nice. You're sitting upright, but it's a little bit of an aggressive position. The handlebars are high up and placed in front of you, but there is no weight in your arms, so you don't get tired. Another good thing, it's got a slipper clutch, so it's not heavy in traffic. Your legs are slightly behind you, which allows you to be more aggressive when you want it to be. And overall, it's just very nice to sit on and ride throughout all conditions. Another thing I want to point out is that there's 3 riding modes. They've got urban, touring, and sport, obviously. Now, in urban, the power is brought down to 75 brake horsepower. And I think it's a very good way of handling the bike in the city because you don't need to force yourself or exert yourself under too much stress because the throttle response is a little less. The bike is easy to handle through traffic and maneuver. When you're in touring, obviously the horsepower goes up to its regular 108 bhp. It's great to tour with, honestly, because of the way you sit on the bike and the way it goes. The throttle position, the throttle control is very good. The bike feels nice. The suspension setup is perfect. And then when you put it in sport, that's when the monster actually awakes. So when you put it in sport, it's a whole other animal. The throttle response is instant. And this is where, you can see the monster is actually more accessible to all kinds of riders, because it doesn't matter if you're a novice or professional, you can have so much fun with this bike depending on what you want to do. So let's say if you're a professional and you want to ride every day in the city, you can just bring it down to urban mode and bring the horsepower down. And then when you want to go nuts, just put it in sports mode, and then the brake horsepower goes up, the throttle control goes up, all the electricals just cut off, and the bike is under your control, and it goes like crazy, like anything else. So the next thing is the way the bike handles. Because the bike is so light and it's compact, it handles beautifully. And when you want to hit those curvy roads and those twisty roads, wherever you can find them, that is, it's really a nice, flickable bike that just obeys your every command. The way it handles is just mind-blowing. But I mean, Ducati is known for their sports performance, and their handling has always been one of my favorite. Every monster I've ridden has been a very nice motorcycle to ride on all kinds of roads. So this gets the Pirelli Diablo Rosso tires, and they're phenomenal. The grip they give you, it's really good. You can really push the bike, and it's always well planted. Even the brakes are phenomenal. I mean, it gets 320mm dual discs up front, and then you've got a single 245mm at the rear. The brakes are really good, no matter how fast you're going. If you want to come to a standstill, just squeeze on there. The ABS works very well, and everything just comes together. The only downside of the Monster here is that it's priced at 9.5 or 9.8 ex-showroom Delhi. I'm not sure on that. but that's going to be over 10.5 lakhs on road, which is quite expensive. I mean, for a lot less, you can get the Kawasaki Xena 100, which is almost as fun to ride, in my opinion, and really a nice overall bike. Then you have the Street Triple S, which is also an affordable bike. But those are the best two bikes in the segment right now. But I would have to say the Monster 821 is just in the same class as those bikes, because everything from the way it performs, the engine, the handling, the riding comfort, it's just very nice. It's a very nice bike, very nice package. But the main thing here is that this is a Ducati Monster, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's muscular, it's simple, but it stands out. And for the first time in a long time, 25 years actually, Ducati Monster now comes in a yellow color, and I think it looks very good in yellow. Honestly, if I were to buy this bike, I would buy it in yellow. And so yeah, that is the main crux right there, is that if you want to ride a bike that's amazing and look good as well, the Monster is definitely, you have to go for it for sure. So yeah, there you have it, the Monster 821. It's now in India. It's a great bike. Head to your nearest Ducati dealership and go for a ride if you don't want to take my word for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Monster 821. If you have any comments or suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And if you want to read the full review of the Monster 821, you can head to autoX.com.